Good evening, wrestling fans. Hope you all had an enjoyable weekend. Hope you all had a good Monday to kick off the new work week. Well, NXT Heatwave PoE is in the books. And from my point of view, it was a very good show. I enjoyed every match on the card on last night's NXT Heatwave PoE. There were 6 matches on the card, which is perfect, just right, because you don't want too many matches on the card with the show's long. In fact, last night's NXT Heatwave went smoothly. It didn't drag. It actually went quick. It actually ended at 9:30. It started at 7 and ended around 9:30, which is just perfect. So it's about 2.5 hour show. The first match that kicked off NXT Heatwave PoE was a women's triple threat match where the winner will face Jacy Jayne for the NXT Women's Championship. It featured Jada Parker versus Kalani Joint versus Lola Vice. Now, this was an awesome match between these 3 ladies to kick off NXT Heatwave. But all 3 women put on a very good performance last night in the ring. Very good performance. I enjoyed this match so much. I think it was a great way to kick off NXT Heatwave. I have no complaints about this match. It was a very good match. Lola Vice ends up winning the women's triple threat match, and now she earns herself a title shot against Jacy Jayne for the NXT Women's Championship. The second match was a tag team match which featured Hank and Tank versus Dark State, and this was for the NXT Tag Team Championship. This was another exciting match I enjoyed. I thought Hank and Tank and Dark State put on a pretty good performance in the ring. I think this was a fun and exciting tag team match. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I think all 4 men involved in this match put on a very good performance in the ring. I enjoyed it. However, Dark State defeats Hank and Tank, and they are the new NXT Tag Team champions. So congratulate Dark State on becoming Tag Team champions. The third match was a women's triple threat match for the TNA Knockouts Championship. It featured Jacy Jayne versus Masa versus Ash by Elkins. This was another exciting match tonight. I thought all 3 women involved in this match, which was Jacy Jayne, Masa, and Ash by Elkins, put on a very good performance in the ring. Have no complaints about it. I think all 3 women performed well in the ring. But Ash by Arrogance defeats Jacy Jayne and Masa and becomes the TNA Knockouts champion. So congratulate Ash by Arrogance from TNA to winning the TNA Knockouts Championship. And now that she won the TNA Knockouts Championship, that belt is now back in the hands of TNA. So, like I said, I think it was an exciting match for these 3 ladies. I enjoyed this match so much. Congratulate Ash by Elkins on winning the TNA Knockouts Championship. The 4th match was a one-on-one match between Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe. Now this feud has got intense between these 2, especially ever since Blake Monroe turned on Jordan Grace at Evolution and cost her a shot at winning the a championship belt. So, but I thought this match between Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe was pretty good. I'm, I have no complaints about it. I thought it was a good match. I thought both Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe put out a pretty good match. Anyway, so no complaints about that. Blake Monroe defeats Jordan Grace. Now, I don't think this feud between Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe is over with. I think there's gonna be another match between these two. Again, don't know when, but I don't see this feud ending just yet. So I do see another match between these two ladies. The fifth match was a mixed tag team match between Chelsea Green and Ethan Page versus Tara May Steele and Tavion Heights. I thought this was another pretty good match. I enjoyed this mixed tag team match. I thought all four competitors involved in this match put on a pretty good performance in the ring. Of course, there was interference. But I thought it was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it. So I enjoyed this match very much. Chelsea Green and Ethan Page defeat Tyra May Steele and Tavion Heights. But all in all, I thought it was a pretty good match. And last but not least, was the main event. It was Oba Femi versus Javon Evans for the NXT Championship. Now, this was a great match. I thought both Oba Femi and Javon Evans put on a very good performance last night in that match. This match went back and forth. Even though Oba Femi had the advantage in this match, Javon Evans didn't quit at all during this match. He hung in this match right down to the end. So I thought this was a great match to close out NXT Heatwave. Great match. I'm no complaints about that. As expected, Oba Femi defeats Javon Evans and retains the NXT Championship. So all in all, NXT Heatwave was a pretty good show last night. I enjoyed it. Didn't drag. It breezed right through. Didn't last too long. It was about like 2.5 hours show because it started at 7 and ended around 9:30. So it was a pretty good show. Now, during last night's show, they announced 3 new shows coming up, NXT shows. NXT Homecoming, NXT Heatwave, and NXT Home and No Mercy. Yeah, NXT No Mercy, NXT Homecoming, and NXT Hollywood Havoc were all announced during last night's NXT Heatwave. I think one's gonna be in September, and 2 are gonna be in October. I think the one in September it's gonna be NXT No Mercy, and the other 2 are gonna be in October, and that's NXT Homecoming, and that one will be NXT Halloween Havoc. So you got 3 events announced last night coming up in the NXT brand. So lots of exciting news in NXT. Now today was Raw. Now as you know, Raw's overseas right now. WWE is overseas right now. So today's show was in Birmingham, England, and it was at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. Now, I didn't watch this live because I was working, of course. So I'm going to watch it tonight, and then tomorrow I'll post up a video tomorrow night on my thoughts on it. Wish I was off today to see it live, but I had to go to work. You know, I was able to watch last Friday SmackDown in Dublin, Ireland live because I was off. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch Raw live this afternoon because I was at work. So I'm going to watch it tonight on Netflix, and I'll do a video tomorrow on my thoughts on it. That's all I got to say about that. Before this video, please, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow my channel with subscribers. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. Hope you all have a great Monday evening.